Hello, hello, hello. Hello. I am here to deliver a message. Come lean in with me, will you? So, when I really focus on, and what I want you to really think about is how often you take everything that's going on in through your five senses, right? So you can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch something. And what I want you to understand is it's important to take things in through your five senses. But when we base all of our decisions on what's happening outside of us, this is where we kind of get steered off in the wrong direction, right? So if you say, and this is what I hear a lot of people say, you know, I desire for something more impact, more money, more experiences for my family. Okay, I want more. And yet all of my decisions that I'm making are based on my current circumstances. Okay, so a lot of times we'll say, if I just had more money, then everything would be great. Everything would be great if I just had more money. And yet, we desire more money, yet every decision you make is based on what you can see in your bank account at this current point, right? You desire more experiences, yet the decisions you're making are actually keeping you in this bubble. Okay? There's lots that we desire, but you have to be willing to use those higher faculties in order to get there. You have to be able to create who you are, where you want to go, and then take the actions to get there and make decisions from them. So what's the point of the five senses? I don't know about you. I'm super grateful that I can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch things. However, I can tell you, if it's a decision that I'm making that's going to get me to where I want to go, I avoid my five senses. I avoid them like the plague. Because what'll happen is my habitual way of doing things, because I've been doing, basing all of my decisions up until, say, like the last 5 years on what's right in front of me. I'm in the habit of still making decisions from that space, right? So if I want to go, if I'm like talking about where I'm going, whether it's with my health, my relationships, my bank account, my work, anything in the future, I typically I assume that what's right in front of me is actually not the truth. It's just based off of, it's clearly a distraction from where I'm going. And a lot of you, if you've been following along, you notice over the years that I tend to do the opposite of what the masses are doing. And that's on purpose, because I assume that, I don't know, if I want results like the masses have, then I'll do what the masses are doing. But if I want results that the top 2% of people are having, then I think I'm going to do what they're doing. That makes more sense to me. My very logical mind, okay? And that means not living through your five senses every single time. However, fact is you do have these five senses. So how can you practice engaging them in order to kind of transition yourself from this like hard stop point where you go from like always living through your five senses to, practicing what the top 2% of people do? Okay. Things that I would recommend that you do is understanding, okay, I have these five senses. They're here to keep me safe, right? I can smell the fire. I'll get out of the house. I can see the car coming. I won't cross the road, right? I can taste something that's not going to serve me. I can live through those five senses to keep me in the moment. And there's a lot of power in understanding that living in the present is an actual gift as well, right? And some people say, I'm scared to want more because I don't want it to seem like, I'm not grateful for what I have right now. Okay? You can be grateful for what you have right now, and you are designed as a human to want more. Fact. Okay? So how can you use these senses? First, let's start with hearing. Okay? Let's listen. Okay? How can you use this tool to be present in the moment? I live now next to the ocean in Barbados, and I love to just sit outside and to listen to the sounds of the water, the ebbs and flows. It reminds me that I am nature. Okay? And you'll notice this, maybe your space that you love to listen to is like the trees. Going into a wooded area and listening to the trees. Okay? What does that sound say to you? Not the person that you went with that's chippering in your ear, not them. Okay? What is the thing that you can listen to that's actually going to guide you to where you want to go? Even choosing an instrumental piece of music, any genre, doesn't really matter. As long as you love it, it raises your vibration. Okay? Take the time to allow the music to fill you. Okay? What emotions are you currently feeling as you are experiencing the music? Okay, if you're going to be listening to things, I want you to turn off the news. I want you to turn off whatever you've been listening to that's got you to this point. I can promise you it is not the thing that's going to bring you forward. Not going to be. Those are things that are designed to keep you in the present. Okay? When you can listen to nature, when you can listen to music and be inspired by it, this is where you will start to move yourself forward. Okay? Next, through your sight. Okay? Take time to visit places, again, preferably in nature, where you can just enjoy the view. Sit and absorb the elements, the landscape. This is what it was designed for you to do. The creator that created all the things, your infinite intelligence, created these spaces for you to be able to go to and enjoy and be inspired. Okay, even choose a painting that inspires you. Make sure that they are hanging in all of your favorite spots. Okay, use your sight to be inspired. Okay, don't hang something on your wall that just because it used to hang in your grandma's wall, and if it doesn't inspire you, get it out of there. Okay? Next, through touch. Okay, if you have access to it, I encourage you to have like things around you that are moldable. Play-Doh, putty, clay. Okay, something that you can move around with your fingers. And as you do this, consider the ways that that piece of clay or Play-Doh, it actually represents you. Consider the ways that you are being shaped on your journey. And in what ways have you resisted being shaped? Okay, even find a close friend or family member that you really trust and feel safe with, that where you can simply sit together in silence and just hold hands, link arms. Okay? This, when you are in physical touch with another human, this is some of the ultimate things that you can do in order to create inspiration in your life. We're not meant to be by ourselves in silos. We're not. We are all energy. We're all connected. Okay? Taste. Again, just like with music, what is your absolute favorite thing to eat? Chips, sushi, pasta, salads, protein shakes, ice cream, whatever it is. Okay? Sit and enjoy it. And allow it to raise your vibration, allow it to inspire you. Honestly, when I think of some of my favorite restaurants, honestly, I don't eat fast food, not because it's not going to serve my body, but because it doesn't inspire me. Somebody on an assembly line slapping together a burger, although it's very efficient from a business perspective, it doesn't inspire me. Not at all. And I know that whatever I consume, whether I'm looking at it, whether I'm hearing it, or whether I'm tasting it, whether I'm touching it, whether I'm smelling it, and it impacts my vibration. And I'm just not willing to do that. This is what has me gravitating to always having fresh flowers in my home, to always having my diffuser going with good quality plants. It's because they inspire me. They raise my vibration, and it's such a simple way to do it. Okay, so next time you want to go out to eat, pay attention to the place that you love to go and why you love to go there so much. Chances are it's because it inspires you. Okay, and now your smell. Take a lemon off your kitchen counter and slice it open and smell it. Open your favorite bottle of essential oil, smell it. Think of all the goodness that is released into the atmosphere simply by opening that bottle, cutting up that fruit, and just sitting there. All the good things that you've released and opened yourself up to. Okay, these are all things that have been here for a reason. Next time, even you pass something that doesn't smell ideal, think of the things in your life that aren't ideal. What's a bad relationship smell like? What's a poor self-image smell like? What does going to a job that you despise smell like? It kind of smells like a skunk, doesn't it? Okay, these moments, you're designed to live through these five senses every single time. So if you are going to be living through them, do it intentionally. Do it on purpose. And you won't regret it. You won't regret it. I'm super curious how you choose to live through your five senses. But I encourage you, only make decisions that are going to impact right now. You want to start impacting the future? You can't be paying attention to the $5 in your bank account if you desire 5,000 or 5 million. You can be grateful for the $5, but you got to use something different in order to get there because your five senses aren't going to cut it. Not going to cut it. But while you are living in the present, using the gift, live through those five senses. Super curious how you feel about this topic. Make sure you post it in the chat. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You are incredible. Have an amazing day. See you guys.